is Peter and Fun. I am back with another Baltimore Oriole video. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I will be going through my midseason report. How I think the team has played, how I think the rest of the season will go, etc. I'll do part two of this, go on MLB in general, see how the rest of the teams are doing. But for now, this is what I think is going to happen. Starting off with the starting lineup. This is what I think the Orioles' top starting lineup should be. Austin Hayes, Cedric Mullins, Colin Cowser in the outfield. First base is Ryan Mountcastle. Second base is Jordan Westberg. Shortstop is Gunnar Anderson. Third base is Ramon Urias. The only change that I would probably do would be Ryan O'Hearn at first base. Before we move O'Hearn to first, let's say we're battling righty. It'd be Henderson, Rutschman, Santander, Hayes. Then four would be O'Hearn, Mullins, Cowser. Mullins would go to 5, Cowser 6, Hayes would move all the way down to 7. And then 8, 9, Westberg, Urias. So all lefties until the last 3, which is Hayes, Henderson, Urias. And if we're playing a righty, I think this is probably our top lineup. The only change that might happen would be Matt Castle moved to fourth and Hayes moved to first. We would have righty, 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 righty. And then maybe move Westford to fifth. They have 5 righties. And then maybe you could put in Hicks probably for Cowser. They would have Hayes, Mullins, Hicks. They have 3 righties in the outfield. Place Cowser in lineup, put in Hicks. Maybe replace Mullins as well. Put Santander in the outfield. Yeah, they could do Hicks center, Santander right. They would have Hayes, Hicks, Santander. So we have all 3 of those, and then you can figure out your DH, which could be either O'Hearn or Cowser, who and other maybe even Frazier, but we'll get to Frazier in a bit. Yeah, that's the outfield. Our top infield, yeah, Urias, Henderson, Westberg, Mountcastle, Rutschman. I think that should be pretty obvious. Anybody who's seen the Orioles. Once again, the only change would be if once again if we're playing a lefty and McCann is in the lineup catching, and Rutschman is the DH, which could also be a possibility. Let's move on for the starting lineup and move on to our bench lineup. We got Aaron Hicks, Ryan O'Hearn, Dan McCann, Adam Frazier, Jorge Mateo in our bench. Aaron Hicks is pretty obvious. As I said before, go back to this. Hicks could easily play center. Hicks could easily play right. If we are playing a lefty that day, put Hicks in the lineup. Ryan O'Hearn is pretty obvious. That plays versa for righties, replacing Mountcastle or Hayes even. And so you have an extra lefty in the lineup. McCann catching is the third guy. Fourth is Frazier, and then fifth is Mateo. Mateo's really an odd one out in this situation because honestly, if it wasn't for his speed and if it wasn't for defensive playmaking, he would be off his team. I'm not joking by that. His batting has been awful the last 2 months. I'm surprised they haven't designated him for assignments. Yeah, he really is the weakest in our batting lineup. Because they're so good the first couple months. Is Mateo at short could be a big advantage because he is righty. So those days where we do play a lefty, we would have right at all 4 infield spots, which could really help. We don't have to worry about if we have to put in somebody for the DH or whatever. Yeah, Mateo is the big one here out of our bench that I've really been disappointed. Frazier kind of as well, but Or it is kind of expected since he's just a vet, but just 1 year vet, just like a Herman Hicks. Once those three are gone, then we'll bring guys like Kyrgyzstan, and then down the line, and then eventually down the line, way into the future, Holiday. Anyways, let's move on to starting pitching. Grayson Rodriguez came up and he showed to be very raw. We have since sent Rodriguez back down and put Cole Irvin back into our starting pitching lineup. Ever since then, these have been our top five, and this is how I think our top five will be. Out of the five, Cole Irvin has definitely been the weakest, but Dean Creamer has been the most disappointing. I had so much hope for him going into the year. I thought he was going to be one of our safest options in the starting pitching lineup when Means and Rodriguez come back. If I can be completely honest, I thought Means was going to be I thought Means when he comes back, he would have replaced Cole Irvin, and then we'll have Rodriguez have replacing either Bradish or Creamer. Or maybe even Wells. I did not see this season coming out of Tyler Wells. Tyler Wells has been fantastic. He's basically been our unsung hero. I wouldn't say the MVP, that still goes to Rushman, but he has been fantastic this year. And for the breakout, we'll get to it in a bit. And here's our bullpen slash closing, as well as our breakout start, Yanier Cano. Obviously, Felix Bautista is number one. He has been fantastic, 23 saves, and ERA of less than 1.1, which is fantastic. And giving up over 1 run a game. Sure, he gave up the game-losing home run in the All-Star game, but once again, that's just the All-Star game. Who the heck cares, right? Honestly, I don't really care. If Bautista, Cano, Rushman, and Hayes throwing that, who cares? It's just leverage for them. Yeah, it's like kind of disappointed not to see Henderson or Santander in there, but it is what it is. And then when it comes to the other three, Danny Coulombe has easily been our best lefty reliever. I really like what I've seen from Coulombe so far this year, especially since we're lacking lefty relievers. I mean, Zimmerman has been all right, but Aiken has been awful this year. And Perez has been more bad than good. And Danny Coulombe has easily been one of our better players. And then Brian Baker has been great, and then Mike Bauman have been inconsistent. There are some games Bauman looked really good, and then there are some games will absolutely blow it. Yeah, that for Baker has been pretty good this year as well. I like what I've seen from Baker. I think he will have a fantastic year. I don't think he's going to be as great as Philip Bautista, Yanier Cano, and Dean Coulombe have been. Those two are definitely our top three. We have Baker, Bauman right there behind them in the top five. And then after that, you got Perez, Aiken, Zimmerman, and Bose. Bose has been an absolute disappointment this year as well. Anyways, that's my thoughts about the Orioles. I'll see you guys next time. I do plan on doing a video recapping the All-Star break as well as giving you guys my thoughts on how the rest of the season will play out. And we are technically in the halfway point. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys next time.